We just put out a simple statement about kind of some general policy, and maybe I'll just read that first. That way you'll have that on tape, and then we'll be able to answer any questions you have.
Is anyone not ready?
Need a sound check, or make sure you can hear me still.
Any white balance or anything?
We might have an ambulance or something go by, but we'll hope that.
Everybody okay? Everybody ready to roll? Please, you ready? Bishop?
Well, my name, Bishop Michael Duca, D-U-C-A. You just want me to say my name. Bishop of the Diocese of Baton Rouge. I'd like to begin by reading. Ready? I'd like to begin by reading a short statement we just put out that covers some of our general policy in light of the governor's new directives. To the faith of the Diocese of Baton Rouge, the increase in COVID infection numbers due to the Delta variant has become quite alarming here in Louisiana. As you heard at the Governor Edwards' press conference earlier this week, a new mask mandate has been imposed in all our state for all indoor gatherings. This includes gatherings in churches and in other facilities operated by our diocese as parishes and apostolates. Because of this new mandate and knowing of the changing circumstances because of the new COVID variant, I recently issued several guidelines to priests and deacons to assist them in their ministry. Specifically, that masks are expected to be worn by everyone attending any indoor church event, including Mass, whether on Sunday or weekdays, at all parish gatherings and gatherings held indoors in a church facility, and at all communal celebrations of the sacraments. It is also important to note that because of this surge, some people will feel uncomfortable attending Mass again. Clergy in the Diocese of Baton Rouge already possess the faculty to dispense the faithful of the obligation to attend Sunday Mass in individual cases. Currently, I do not plan to impart a collective dispensation for the faithful for now. We all now understand the principles for reducing the spread of this virus, so please act according to your knowledge in this regard. As circumstances change in the future, we will also change our practices based upon medical advice, common sense, and wisdom. We begin another month tired and weary due to this pandemic, but our eyes are fixed on a future filled with hope, knowing that our actions now will again yield much success in the days to come. Signed, Michael Duca, Bishop of the Diocese of Baton Rouge. That's just a general kind of guideline for our pastors in the parish. And with that, I'm willing to take some questions. Yes, ma'am.
Have you guys saw any changes in capacity?
I'm sorry.
Any capacity limits or social distancing?
No, as far as I understand, we're going back, it seems like, to that last directive we had from the governor that we can have full capacity as long as we wore masks. And that's what basically our message is going to be, wear a mask, come back to Mass. Yes?
Bishop, there are going to be some people that might refuse to go to Mass just because they don't want to wear a mask. Those people do the same.
Repeat your question again. I want to make sure I got it right.
I'm sorry. So, there are going to be some people that might say that they don't want to go to Mass because they're asking to wear masks.
Correct. Okay.
So those people do like that.
Okay. I know that the wearing of the mask is a very difficult thing for some people for many different reasons. We believe it's one of the best ways for us to cut down on the surge at the moment. I believe that if someone believes in their conscience that they should not have to wear a mask going to church, then like anyone who might be afraid of going to Mass because people aren't wearing masks, then I think that they should feel dispensed from the obligation. I don't want to conflict with their conscience in that way, but I would encourage them to consider, wearing a mask and coming to church. So our pastors have dealt with this in the past in our previous kinds of regulations and kinds of protocols, so they know how to deal with this, and they'll deal with it well in the parishes.
When is this effective? Tomorrow or this weekend, like Saturday?
Well, it'll be effective this weekend, but we'll see. Some people will only be hearing about it at Sunday. I'm sure most people know about it at this point. This past week at the cathedral, I noticed, even before the governor's mandate came out, that many of the people, maybe most of them, had masks on already. People are feeling a little bit more concerned and are taking more cautions just automatically. I think that's one of the things we need to consider as we move into this. We all kind of know what to do. Our pastors know what to do. That's why the directives I have are pretty simple, because everybody knows what to do, and so I think our pastors will continue to guide our people in ways that are best for our communities. Yes?
Will the church offer masks to people who come about?
They already do, pretty much, have masks available in the vestibule. They may have taken them down the past few weeks, but they have them, and so that will not be a problem.
Any other questions? Any virtual? You plan on doing anything virtual or streaming online?
You know, I'm continuing my daily mass that I've had, and some parishes do the same. We already have a Sunday mass that's broadcast on different media, and so we'll continue those things. I think we're going to continue them anyway. But what we realize is that many of these virtual masses are reaching people who were homebound long before the COVID shutdown, and so we're reaching a whole group of people that are being fed by these virtual connections. I think the virtual connections will continue to be part of our daily life as a church, and you know, even us, we can gather people together so easily for different items. We can teach so well, so many people from one source. So I think those will be with us well into the future, even hopefully when all this clears up. I do want to say maybe one thing, and I don't need to say this, but I want you to know, and I've said this before in my letters to my own parishioners, is that I understand there's a great deal of conflict in our parishes, in our city, about masks. They become emblematic. And I want you to know that I understand both sides, and I really feel great love for people of both sides. I don't blame anyone for anything. I just know that what we need to do is continue to work together to do at least the things we believe work well. And I think masks do work well to lessen the surge. And I want us to continue to work together. As soon as we see things change, we'll adapt. We've been doing that from the beginning. We go up, we back up, we go forward, and hopefully we'll do that in a way that's respectful of what's going on around us. But right now it's time for us to put down this surge so we can, first of all, keep the virus from changing, and also help people in the hospitals who are really courageously working to keep people safe and alive. And I tell you what, I'm old enough that if I have a heart attack tomorrow, I'd like to know there's a room for me at the hospital. And today, I'm not too sure about that. And so I think we should continue to work for the good of everyone together. And I know this is hard and it's divisive, and I want you to know that I see all of my people and all their points of view as my people. We're a family, and I know we're disagreeing, but at the moment, let's see if we can work together to make this happen, that we can make some change so we can really get back to the normal we want.